Hello, am I live? Cannot tell. It's the first time using YouTube. Let me... Hello. Okay. I don't understand how this thing works. It seems the one I set up for the time stream, it doesn't work for the actual stream. I need to open another one. That's why I don't understand. And it seems the delay is like 10 seconds, something like that. That's actually quite a lot. How's your day? Yes. And sometimes my emulator is very laggy for some reason. I don't even know why. What? Is that a bug or something? Why there's no music? Can you hear the, is the game sound okay? Right now, YouTube is using that, whatever it is, YouTube Studio Beta. I think the UI is so stupid. When you publish a video or something, there are so many weird stuff you need to do instead of the original one. The original one is very straightforward. I like the original one way better than the new one they are proposing. Did you go to Double Dragon again today? Oh, it will be gone at the end of the year, okay. One thing that I don't understand is that, like, I got asked by two questions. One is whether your thing is made for kids, and the other one is do you want to limit your audience for 18 plus? That's something I don't understand. Probably if it is like 18 or less and not for kids, probably it's for teenagers. That's why I understand. Yeah, whenever these kind of like websites they change the UI, you have to like take a lot of time to get used to it. I think this also happens to softwares too. That's why I tend to use very old softwares, because I don't want to get used to it in a new way. So the first time I used like Microsoft Office, the new one, I was like, I cannot find anything. Well, then I saw some like comments on the new rule video. It's kind of funny that like some of the parents they say, oh, like I do that for my kids, so you don't need to worry about it or whatever it is, and that's kind of funny. This is one of my favorite music in the series, but it's so sad that it doesn't got any, not really any type of remix. It got only one remix, and that remix sucks ass. I heard you say you need to drive 40 minutes to that Chinese restaurant, so you don't have any Chinese restaurant next to the place you live? Hello. How do I pronounce your name, Sir Weil? Easy, no damage. Oh, okay. So probably the ones that are closer is not that good compared to Double Drain. Hello, Bengal Tiger. Oh, that's close. Oh, chow man. That's a good thing. I haven't had that for a long time. So this boss gave me a nightmare at the, not really a nightmare, but I mean, the fight is difficult, but when you figure out you can basically stand here and whip him to death, then you'll see, oh, I actually cannot do it this time. Lol. Should have said that. Usually when you stand at the edge of the left block, and you basically just do everything. It has been a long time since I died to this boss. Funny. Do Indians love wildcats? I don't even know. Not really. I understand they want to make something new, but the execution on that game is kind of like, But right now, like, Castlevania is basically like two types is Metro style, and the other one is like 3D. I really don't like the 3D ones. And Metroidvania is kind of good, but right now I don't really enjoy that. Whenever you find whenever you find a new item, you have to like figure out where you should go. That's one thing that I really don't like Metroidvania right now. But back then I actually like it because it's kind of like, oh, if you don't know how to fight a boss, or you are bad at fighting that particular boss, you can what I'm thinking. That's not the correct move I was going to do. Oh, Bengal tigers is actually a tiger, okay. Sorry, I thought it's a food or something that you like, and you also like tigers, so you put both together. Yeah, sorry for the ignorance. So talking about back to Simon's Quest, is they actually want to do something new. I understand that. Oof. No, it's after Castlevania. Mega Man 3 is after Castlevania. The problem with that is that I think Simon's Quest has a very besides the gameplay is really cryptic. Another thing is that like you have a time limit. If you don't beat the game in the time limit, you will die, I think. Ugh. Well, I probably cannot beat death because took the damage. That's not the correct way to do it. Well then. If I die here too many times, I probably use a save state, but before that happens, I probably still try. Why I cannot remember how to deal with the first X armor? I don't know. Yeah, but I think it's that the first time you have no idea what you're doing, so probably takes a very long time to do it. Okay. Yeah, this new setup is really reliable. Almost 100%. If you don't accidentally make mistakes. The old setup. The thing is that like Dev X is always the same, but the timing is very difficult to. The timing is very difficult to be correct, so probably it's luck based because for me it's like I cannot get the correct timing. Okay. And I think Simon's Quest, you get the best ending if you end in like 3 or 4 days. I cannot remember. I think the longer you take, the ending should be worse. But I didn't actually play that game by myself. So basically I just watching videos, so I cannot remember. Yeah, even right now, I really like chiptune music. So if you play this, you'll know sometimes like Dracula can hit you by touching you, right? So basically Dracula is teleporting from left to right. So the next one should be on your left. So just walk right. Mostly you're fine. Like this one, just walk left. Even though he teleport on top of you, you're not getting hit by that. The Chinese humor. But sometimes it doesn't work. For example, the last one, it's like, yeah, consecutively 3 times on the left. Then second phase is you need to stand close to him, otherwise he will spit fire. That's not good. If you don't hit him at all, he will do a high jump. So it's the best time for you to go through it. If you hit him, he is very likely to do a low jump, so you cannot actually walk through it. So whenever you are cornered, so you want to not hit him at all, So make him do a high jump. Doom is such a classic, so yeah, there are Doomers from everywhere. Two deaths, so it's okay. At least I did. It doesn't take me like 30 minutes to beat death. I don't know if my Mega Man 3 plays out really good. Probably I still have time to do something else, but I haven't think about it. And do you have you ever actually watched these names? I don't think these names are actual names. Like somebody is passed already, and there's another one that like Love Cheney and Green Strange. These names I don't actually understand. Cannot do round 2 right now because it's like forget most of it. Yeah, they put the name of the boss in it. They put a name after the boss. That is, I don't understand whether is that person designed the boss or what. Medusa is the second, the boss from the second stage. So here I would do the Robot Master with Buster only, then I would use whatever I want. Usually this is an excuse for me that I cannot beat the game with Buster only. Am I playing Mega Man 5? There are so many 1-ups. Usually that many 1-ups means there will be bad thing happens. That's what I understand. Oof. That's called pride. That's not called dignity, okay? I don't know, it seems in the menu you cannot... I don't know, you cannot select 2 games. So I just basically put Castlevania plus Mega Man 3, but I cannot select like I have like 2 games in play or whatever. If you are curious, the order I'm playing is usually I put the hardest boss on the first field, and obviously Needleman and Shadowman are the most difficult ones in the set, and then I usually play the stage that I don't like. So Gemini Man is one stage that I don't really like, so just put it here. Just want to get it out of the way. I usually put the stage I like most at last, which is Sparkman. Well, I like the boss though, but I don't like the stage. Basically, just press A, B at the same time. Then just keep putting bullets into the boss's butt, which is really fun. Gemini laser is actually a pretty fun weapon, but the game lags too much, so it makes it not as fun. But the thing is that if you miss, the laser will ricochet back and forth, and it takes a long time for you to fire the second shot. That's actually a problem, I know. Ah! Yoku block? YOKU. I almost took no damage the whole stage, but I missed a jump, obviously. I don't know why it's called Yoku blocks, even though it's not actually Japanese, as far as I know. And it seems it's not an official name. It's kind of like a fan-based name that like everybody calls it like that, and it becomes like that. That's a weird thing. Here we need to make good use of the edge of the screen, like that, and nothing bad will happen. What? That one didn't act correctly for some reason. Ugh. This fight basically stand on the edge of some on one side, then you can do it without taking any damage. This boss, when you jump, you lure his hand to the outside of the screen. Oh, didn't work this time. Yeah, I figured that out by myself. Usually the strategy I use while I'm playing, I usually figure it out by myself, but the thing is that sometimes I have trouble with some of the fights. I probably look for ways to deal with it, but usually I just figure it out by myself. Heartman no damage, but I took a lot of damage in the stage. I probably next time should switch to low latency, because right now it seems like normal latency is like 10 seconds. That's actually quite a lot. Or maybe like 15 seconds. I like all these three musics in the last three stages. Wrong. I should go back to the ladder to avoid the first wave. But I forgot to do that. Oh, I thought that thing you need to be. I thought that thing you need to be like how many subscribers? I don't know. Probably not, right? Yeah, I think at least the game I'm streaming is not that intense, so probably like lower bitrate is good. Yeah, next time I'll switch to like at least low latency, and I'll try ultra low. Ugh. But if low latency works fine on everything, what's the point for normal latency then? I don't understand. That's weird. I thought you have to like trade in for something. Probably the bitrate or the video quality would be worse if you want to do low latency, but it seems not right now. I don't know. Maybe upload is like 50 megabits. I cannot remember. Maybe it's not that fast then. Ooh. For some reason, those missile enemies always reminds me of Tempura. What I'm thinking? Yeah, did the wrong thing. Because I probably carry the mindset of Twitch. I know like Twitch, if you want to do no latency, probably you need to like, apply for that, and they'll probably like, see how many subscribers you have or whatever it is. That's at least what I think about Twitch. I totally cannot remember what I should do for the first screen. That's weird. There's pot in the walls, okay. I feel like sometimes when they design these, they just like throw random things out. For example, what do you do with Top Man? Why should this robot master exist? Like, if you think like, oh, probably like Gusman is a building robot, right? So he can carry heavy stuff and build up a building or whatever. But what do you do with Top Man? And you see the environment, you see a bunch of like leaves and maybe like tropical trees or whatever it is. I don't know what I don't understand any relationship between like tropical plants with top spins or whatever. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Are you more of an FPS lover or the platform genre? I actually love both of these. It's kind of difficult. If you force me to pick one, probably it's FPS. High topped. Yeah, my favorite music. So I always save this stage for last because I really like the music. Damn. That's stupid. Wow. These jumps are actually quite difficult. I mean the last two jumps, because of the lag of the game. Like Mega Man 3 is, I mean overall it's good in quality, but the control is so bad. Even though I like Mega Man 3 most in the classic series, I still don't think like Mega Man 3 is a good game in terms of control, because the lag, the flashing, and sometimes eat your input or whatever. Yeah. The control feeling is so bad in this game. Ugh. Ugh. And the thing is that you gotta hear this music one more time, because we are going to Sparkman stage again, yay! And I'll begin to use stuff. I mean, Rush Jet in Mega Man 3 is so broken, so basically everything you can skip. Ugh. And this is what? Metal Man from Mega Man 2. So it's weak to magnet. So here we will use the edge of the screen again, so you can scroll those electric traps away, which is really good. Like that. So this is the most difficult dog robot you can ever see. It's the Quickman one. And that's why I picked this one, because it's the hardest one. I usually, the older I play, as I mentioned before, it's like the hardest one first. Damn. It's not good. And try to tank the hits from the boomerangs, because whenever he hits you by touching you, it's like 8 damage. That's actually quite a lot. And when you're on Rush Jet, you can jump to save your energy. Although it doesn't really matter on this stage, because we have plenty of energy. I think this is Woodman and it's with the needle. Ugh. Oh no. I didn't fire a shot, so it takes an extra cycle. Probably I'll die here. I don't know. No extra life. So here the best way to use is a magnet. Just fire 2 and everything will be killed. For sure. I'm at Pacific time. Thank you for tuning in. I don't think I can beat him. Don't know. What? That's not supposed to happen. Probably I pressed B too early. See you. Basically, you just press A and B at the same time when you jump over him. Then the shuriken will come back and hit him. Airman? I think so. Wow, no damage. That's the first time. Ugh. Yeah, basically, if you stay down there, you can avoid everything. Here, magnet. So this boss, basically just keep pressing B, and that's it. Don't even move. Oh, well. Doesn't always work, I guess. Ugh. That's Flashman. I think he used the wrong weapon. I don't know. No, it's correct. Then when he come close, just like keep spamming Gemini laser like this. There's a funny way to fight this boss. Is that if you don't touch the ground, the boss will stuck forever. So if you use RM or RJ, and after one cycle it won't move. So if you do it like that, and you just stand there. Oh, off energy. Oh no, wrong. Actually, the bad thing about like Mega Man 2 and 3 is I would say the Wily Castle designs are not that great. The stage is short and mostly not challenging. Oh, get one just in case, but probably won't use it. I don't understand this boss. It's just like something that exists. Oh no. Okay. I did scroll it off. I don't know whether I can still do this. I'll try. Otherwise I have to take it slow. Almost. Yeah, just use it. I won't do it again. Wrong. And this boss is not randomized, so just hit the one on top. And that's it. Anything I need to do? Maybe this? Oh, not really. Oh, I finally realized if you're hit by the small ones, it's only like 2 damage. But you're hit by the whole block, it's 4 damage. totally forgot where. What is in where? I think this is Snake Man. Okay. Yeah, I think this is Shadow Man. Hotman? Oh, Topman. There's a weird design in Mega Man 3. It's like everything is weak to the weapon itself. Also, don't kill him when he is in the ground. The game will be stuck forever. I think Snake Man. Potman, top spell backwards. Okay. Oh, that's what you mean. I understand now. Then that one is Needle Man. What left? I cannot even remember for some reason. Oh, Spark Man. Use itself. Okay, because it's pot spelled backwards, so you should have like potted plants all over the place. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. The flashing is real. The legs are real in this. And also the final bosses in this is just like so anticlimactic. Those four dark robots, they copy the thing from Mega Man 2. Those are the actual difficult ones. And in Wily Castle, what? Okay then, that's funny. Yeah, Mega Man 3 is the only bad one in this. I don't know why that happened. The flashing issue is, I mean, like, especially like serious in Mega Man 3. Mega Man 4 to 6 doesn't have this problem, and those games are actually more, I mean, the designs are actually more detailed than Mega Man 3, but only Mega Man 3 has this problem. I don't understand why. GG, thank you. It's kind of sad that the later NES games, the ones I like, is pretty long. Like when we play a game, probably like 45 minutes to 1 hour. That's actually too long. Sometimes I really enjoy those kind of like 15 to 30 minute games, such as like Castlevania. But there are not a lot of games that short that I enjoy. So yeah, it's kind of awkward because like playing 2 games is like 1.5 hours to 2 hours. That's my whole free time. Oh, this time I didn't use ultra low latency, which is like kind of awkward because like every time I reply to something that's like 15 minutes, not 15 minutes. I mean 15 seconds later. That's not really good. I'll probably try to do it for low latency and ultra low latency next time. Yeah, that's basically for today's stream. Thanks everybody for coming. Next time, probably do some Wolf 3D things, but I don't know whether I'm free next Sunday. Usually Sunday's the best day to do this. Other than that, it's like I don't want to do it on Saturday. It's like in the middle. Yay! Thanks for everybody. Thanks, John. Thanks, Pat. Thank you for coming.